Hello, my name is Victor Nagy, and I'm the product manager of the Configure team, and this is the Configure 15.7 milestone kickoff recording. What do we plan to work on in the following milestone? First of all, we identified a quick win, which is to allow the GitLab agent to be shared within a personal namespace. This we expect it to provide a big increase in usage because up to date, personal namespaces could use the agent, but it was not possible to share a single agent across several of the projects. This will make it a possibility finally. And thankfully, it's a really minor change thanks to other developments we did around the CI/CD access sharing. The second item is to provide front-end access to the Kubernetes API through CAS, or to put it more simply, to allow the GitLab UI-based integrations of the underlying Kubernetes cluster into the UI. This will enable all kinds of amazing things, like providing a summary view on the environments page within GitLab. We are already working on designs for this feature, and we are working together with the release stage to build the underlying architecture for this. It will allow as well to build a full-scale Kubernetes dashboard with all kinds of views that are possible today, mostly on third-party tools, not even GitOps tools, actually. And it has very likely a huge amount of other possibilities, like managing secrets from GitLab through some logic in the cluster, whatever we can imagine later on. This is a really amazing enabler for many other features. Our third item might be an improvement around our Helm support with the agent, but it's still being refined, and for that reason, I think it's less likely to go in that direction. The fourth item in our priorities, which is actually deliverable still, is to evaluate the possibility of switching our GitOps solution to Flux CD. Flux CD is, together with Argo CD, is one of the leading solutions on the GitOps market today. And we already discussed to switch to Argo CD, but it wouldn't bring much value, while it would bring a huge amount of dependencies and complexities in maintenance. And we still need to build out everything that we plan to build even today. Flux is a more lightweight tool, and we're evaluating whether it would be worth switching away from our current solution and focusing primarily on doing GitOps with Flux. If you would like to share your ideas, please add your thoughts to this issue. And we want to close this evaluation by December. The non-deliverable items are to restrict access to tunnel to specific environments. By this, we would lift one of the big limitations of our current CI access sharing. Namely, today, when an agent is set up to be shared, to have a shared connection with a given project or group, that means that all the CI jobs in that project or all the projects in a group receive access to the cluster. If we would restrict access to specific environments, this would be limited to the CI jobs targeting that given environment. And as a result, it secures down the risk, the attack surface around the cluster. And finally, we might start working on providing support for several manifest projects around a single agent configuration project. Today, manifests need to be stored together with the agent configuration. This fits some use cases, but doesn't fit anybody, and obviously doesn't scale very well. So we would like to make it possible to store manifests outside in other repos and still use the agent with those projects. We have a few more items as well that you can see on our planning board in the 15.7 column, but because of confidentiality, I don't want to show you the board at this point. Feel free to click this link in our planning issue and investigate the 15.7 column. Thank you very much for your attention, and let us know if you have any questions in the s_configure Slack channel.